Adrian Gostick, The Invisible Employee, Realizing the Hidden Potential in Everyone. The Invisible Employee, by Adrian Gostick, tackles the prevalent issue of employee disengagement in the modern workplace. Drawing on captivating case studies, the book explores how workers often feel invisible to their employers, resulting in reduced productivity and high rates of presenteeism and absenteeism. Gostick expertly demonstrates the importance of employee recognition and appreciation, not only for the sake of morale but for overall company success. In this summary, readers will learn practical strategies for effective acknowledgement of individual and team accomplishments, helping to create a supportive and harmonious work environment.
The costs of a toxic workplace. Employees in a stressful work environment become less productive and more risk-averse, leading to presenteeism and absenteeism, which costs American companies approximately $150 billion each year. Despite this, leaders are unaware of the negative effects of unhealthy work environments. Complaints of verbal abuse, excessive workloads, and unattainable deadlines contribute to a disengaged and frustrated workforce. The statistics highlight the need for companies to prioritize employee well-being to achieve higher productivity and job satisfaction. The Invisible People. The Work-UR tribe coexisted with the Highlander tribe on a remote island. However, the Highlanders rarely saw the workers, calling them the invisible people. The Workers left plentiful jewels for the Highlanders, who in turn left them baskets of fruits of the labor. Despite this exchange, the Highlanders never thanked or acknowledged the workers. Over time, the workers faded into the shadows to avoid criticism or being eliminated, as their predecessors had in the past. The value of appreciation. Allison, a hard-working employee in a corporate public relations office, felt unappreciated and invisible at work after the economist she worked with for over a year referred to her as the girl. She joined the 80% of workers who feel unacknowledged at work, which leads to disengagement and indifference, ultimately costing the company money. The solution is for leaders to set a guiding vision, intentionally notice employees' achievements, and celebrate their accomplishments. Leaders who prioritize appreciation and recognition will increase employees' commitment and passion, resulting in higher productivity, better interactions with coworkers and customers, and improved safety records. The importance of appreciation must not be underestimated as it is crucial to making employees feel valued, ensuring they actively contribute to meeting company objectives. The Vanishing Act. Star, a Work-UR, goes on a treasure hunt with John, and as they descend the mountain, John disappears without a trace. John's sudden disappearance reveals the carelessness of the Highlanders and the moral implications of their actions. The cost of underappreciation. When managers ignore or undervalue their employees, it leads to decreased job satisfaction, low morale, and high turnover rates. Research shows that employees do not leave jobs solely because of pay but due to poor relationships with their supervisors. Firms that fail to recognize and reward their top-performing employees will suffer the consequences of costly employee turnover. The cost of replacing an employee earning $50,000 a year can cost a firm as much as $75,000. However, good management can prevent this by properly nurturing and incentivizing their top 20% performers. Praise and recognition should outweigh negative feedback by a 5-to-1 ratio, as employees crave appreciation from their superiors. When employees leave a company, it should serve as a wake-up call to the management that they have failed to recognize their employees' efforts and instill a sense of purpose in their employees. The Art of Invisibility. Star, a Work-UR, is warned by her elders to perfect the art of silence to avoid failure, criticism, and exhaustion. However, when she sees Ian, a Highlander, looking at her, she lets her guard down for a moment. Despite slipping away, Ian wonders why there is no connection between their clans. The importance of manager-worker communication. Effective communication between managers and workers can improve work output and job satisfaction. The opinion and feedback of a supervisor play a significant role in employee performance. However, many managers become too focused on their tasks, ignoring their workers' feedback. Some managers view their role as pointing out errors and punishing mistakes, resulting in a lack of trust between managers and employees. Unfortunately, some entrenched managers discourage their subordinates from encouraging employees, believing that they are manipulative, lazy, or sneaky. To draw the best work from employees, managers must clearly outline specific goals and the practices and behaviors required to achieve them. Additionally, companies should have systems in place to recognize and reward outstanding effort and results. Sadly, many organizations do not have the budget or infrastructure to provide such recognition. Effective communication between managers and workers is essential. A supervisor's encouragement and appreciation can inspire employees to strive for excellence. Recognizing outstanding contributions can lead to increased job satisfaction and improved work output. For example, when Barbara Ruddy's supervisor acknowledged her accomplishments and contributions at the Arizona Department of Economic Security, she felt honored, renewed, and motivated. Such public recognition encouraged her to head her firm's recognition program actively. A small gesture. Ian, a caretaker of the workers' jewels, left a note to appreciate the effort put into protecting the gems. This kind gesture led to a conversation with Star, a workers, who taught him about jewel carrying. Ian's gratitude made Star feel seen, and she put in renewed effort, finding rare emeralds. In celebration, Ian gave Star an emerald as a token of his appreciation. Effective ways to recognize outstanding work. Effective recognition requires specific and heartfelt praise. Managers can reward employees by providing new equipment, arranging fun activities, giving extra leisure time, and acknowledging their achievements in public. Recognition is an essential aspect of employee motivation and job satisfaction that contributes to their overall well-being. When it comes to recognition, general compliments like "good job" are not enough. Instead, recognition must be specific and delivered from the heart. A good example is presenting awards in a heartfelt and timely manner. As a manager, there are numerous ways to recognize employees' exceptional work. The most common include providing new equipment or a comfy chair, arranging fun activities, giving extra leisure time, or allowing an employee to travel for an additional day on a business trip, all arranged and paid for by the employer. Moreover, a fun lunch and ice skating or roller skating are other activities that can help boost staff morale. Finally, public recognition and presenting awards in front of the entire company are significant in appreciating high-performing employees' work. In conclusion, recognition is vital for any organization, and managers should reward exceptional work in meaningful ways that align with employees' needs. The power of acknowledgment. Ian's acknowledgement of the workers' hard work leads to collaboration between two communities and the improvement of life on the island. In the book, Ian was called the CR by the workers because he acknowledged their achievements. This acknowledgement inspired the workers to work harder, resulting in better quality and quantity of gems brought down from the mountain. Ian introduced the workers to the Highlanders and emphasized the need to acknowledge their contribution. This collaboration between the two communities brought positive results, improved life on the island, and made everyone happy. The book highlights the power of acknowledgement and how it leads to collaboration between different communities, resulting in overall progress and well-being. The power of employee recognition. HealthStream research reveals that engaged employees produce triple the equity return than disengaged ones. Engaged employees take pride in their work and the success of their company. Companies that practice employee recognition can enjoy these benefits, as management that appreciates its staff attracts and retains top talent. Without recognition, employees feel undervalued and unappreciated, causing them to leave for better opportunities. Great leaders understand that leading people, not just systems and processes, is essential to building a great company. Jeff's story is an excellent example of how management's efforts to identify and address employee concerns can make a significant impact. To achieve loyalty, bosses must listen and respond to team feedback. Ultimately, the people in an organization are the most valuable component, and when they feel valued, they will take ownership and drive tangible success.
In conclusion, The Invisible Employee uncovers the significant impact that employee recognition, or lack thereof, has on workplace dynamics and organizational productivity. Gostick's book highlights the importance of making employees feel noticed and valued, unveiling strategies that go beyond baseline monetary rewards. By identifying and celebrating employee achievements, managers can foster a more engaged and motivated workforce. The key takeaways featured in this summary will help readers understand the central message of the book, namely that engaged employees, who feel appreciated for their contributions, are the driving force behind any organization's success.